Hello, everyone. Welcome into the 2025 NFL season. This is our very first podcast of the year, and we've got a new format. We've got video. What's up, guys? You can see Stefan and Corey, clearly made for audio podcast, but we're here.
You beat me to it.
Very much so. Face
How
for
was your-
radio and podcasting.
Yeah. How's your off season?
Long, a lot of golf. Fantasy, that is.
Uh-huh. No real golf.
That's it. Dabble.
Yeah, a lot of fantasy golf, a lot of real golf in my world as well. Happily, handicap went up though,
All right.
that's not a good thing. It'll be all right.
Well, outside of early May when we tortured ourselves running a marathon in Cincinnati, I think the last time I was with you guys, we were all together for the Super Bowl.
That's right.
Do you
We
recall
were.
what happened in that game?
A shellacking
Yes.
by the Eagles. Yeah. We're in good old Herman,
Yeah, which,
Herman,
as
Missouri.
many of
Missouri.
you may not know, is Chiefs territory. I also recall a Chiefs fan about halfway through the game knocking on our Airbnb door and offering us a free beer.
Yeah.
Which I drank. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
answered the door, Corey. Was he wearing a Chiefs jersey?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. He was decked out in Chiefs gear, had a Chiefs hat, everything. So yeah.
We never knew where he came from. We did have big windows up front, so
It was
That's
so
a-
random, though.
it was weird.
Very-
Nothing ever good happens when someone knocks on the door like that, except when Corey answers. Yeah.
When someone knocks on the door like that, specifically in Herman, Missouri.
Right. Yeah, these are not popular
It's
streets.
not the first knocks on our
No.
doors that we've had there.
Herman,
No.
Missouri, though, undercover football mecca of the
Yes.
U.S.
Right. Only real football fans go there.
It's true.
Yeah.
Disagree.
Today, we're going to do a little season preview. We're going to do it a little different this year. Instead of picking win totals or picking Super Bowl winners, although we may do that, we're going to talk about a few of our favorite things coming into the 2025 NFL season. And that could be really anything. I don't know what Corey's going to do tonight. I don't know what Stefan's going to do tonight. This could go anywhere. So why don't we kick it off? Stefan, why don't you give us your first favorite thing?
Oh, gosh. Favorite thing of this season? Man, you're putting me on the spot here. I'd have to say the NFC. The AFC West. I think is one of my favorite things. We've had a lot of changes here. We've got Denver that's coming up. We've got a new head coach for Las Vegas. A lot of changes there. Kansas City's been on this amazing run. And I just, in my Dynasty League, got a new quarterback, Mr. Herbert, for the Chargers. So got a lot riding on that team. And I think they're going to be the most dominant division of the NFL. So I think they'll
Whoa.
have the most
Wow.
win. I think that they're going to have the most wins come out of that division.
Okay.
You
and
heard it
who's
here
gonna-
first.
Yeah. Who do you think will win the division?
That's another bold take. Not the Kansas City Chiefs. I actually think Denver. I think Denver's going to get it. Bold take here. Now, Kansas City's been great. They've been great I think they're on a 6-season run. They were 15-2 last season. A lot of luck, a lot of single score wins, a lot of fourth quarter luck last season. Historically, that doesn't tend to continue. Now, that's not me saying that they're going to be a sub-8 win team, but I think we're going to see the tide shift a little bit in that division, and I think we're going to see a new dominating team.
So just looking at the odds in the AFC West to win the division. By the way, I logged into DraftKings and I had a little special home screen because DraftKings won one of the spots to be a mobile gaming provider for the state of Missouri. So I log in.
That's
and it says,
amazing.
Missouri,
Yeah.
we're coming soon. So December 1st, start betting online.
Oh, can't come
Legally
soon
here in
enough.
Missouri. Chiefs are minus 115, so almost even there. Broncos second at plus 250, Chargers plus 350, and Raiders 22-1.
Yeah. And Pete Carroll's a great coach. Historically, I think he's had many more above expectation seasons than under, right? So I think they're going to be really fun to watch, and I think overall it's going to be a very strong division.
All right. So I'm going to go next. I'm going to say one of my favorite things this year, and I'm going to go with a team. And I'm going to pick the Tennessee Titans. I don't know if I necessarily have a bet here, but I'm bullish on them everywhere. And my brother actually turned me on to this theory. Who is the least hyped and least talked about number one pick in the history of the NFL, at least in the last 20 years?
Yeah,
and I would argue,
gotta be Cam.
And he would argue it's Cam Ward. No one's talking about him. What's going on?
It's very true.
He's a rookie QB. He's probably not going to be great his first year. That is a horrible division, though. I mean, I think the last time I checked the win total, I'll pull it up again, but I think the Titans were 5.5. Like, I love the over there. I just like taking a little piece of the Titans anywhere I can. And I think I'm a Titans fan this year.
I love that. And if you look at, so last year, I believe they're 2-15. So terrible win total. Their fourth quarter loss rate was just tremendous. It was absolutely terrible. How many games can you think back to them being up and then they just lose it at the end? Some bad play, some pick six. They had the most pick six in the league, I believe. So a lot of blood was shed on single plays, like negative EPA. So I do think Callahan's a good, solid coach, and I think they're going to outperform. Now, are they going to be division leaders? Who's to say? You hit the nail on the head. Their division sucks. I think probably Jacksonville is who I'm leaning on leading that division, but it wouldn't surprise me if Tennessee far outdoes their win total. Because what's their win total? What's the line?
Well, it was 5.5 early in the year. It was juiced a bit. Now it's really juiced. So I'll just over 5.5 is minus 170. Over 6.5 is plus 120. So it's around 6.
So 6,
yeah. And I hate taking overs for season wins, but this is one of the few teams I think I would.
Gonna do alt?
Yeah, I mean, I typically would never bet a normal win total, right? So if I were going to bet
over 8.5,
which it's illegal in Missouri, so I can't really bet here. But if I were to bet on the Titans, yeah, I might go up to 6.5 or 7.5, 8.5. I don't know. I don't love their division odds. I thought they'd be better. I think it was 6.5 to 1. I do not like Houston though. I would bet before I bet Tennessee the win the division. I think I would just bet no on Houston, which last time I checked was around even money.
Yep.
But now with Daniel Jones named starter in Indy, I don't like that quite as much.
Indy's not going to win it, right?
No, but we can address this now. I think Daniel Jones gets you 6, 7, or 8 wins. Anthony Richardson gets you 3, 4, 5, or 10,
15.
11, 12.
Yep.
Anthony Richardson is not going 8-8, right?
No,
I don't think so.
It's one extreme or the other.
Yeah. All right. Corey, what is one of your favorite things for this season?
All right. First of all, football related, not just NFL game related though.
All right.
I'm so stoked for Dynasty football. We've got another year going into it. I've got 2 new leagues starting this year, which is a little out there. That's a lot of work that I'm going to be putting in. But I love my teams. I think that is just refueling my love for fantasy sports and fantasy football. So super, super stoked for that. I love that we brought up the AFC South division, though, because I actually am going to go against you guys a bit and talk about Houston. I am very excited for them. 9.5 win total, I think, is a smash for them because there's going to be a bit of a return to the mean. Their offense is going to be a little bit stronger than it was last year. And their division's terrible. So I love them. I am surprised that you guys liked Jacksonville over Houston. So I feel a little bet brewing.
A little 5 spot.
A little 5 spot maybe coming around the corner here soon. To make the playoffs, they're minus 145. I love that. I absolutely love that. They're sitting in a good spot. Winning the conference is 12-1 odds. That's decent. I think that's right in line with where it should be. So, they're the team I wanted to bring up.
I wish the Texans, I mean, I know I just said I'd like to fade them, but I wish they were in the NFC. The AFC is so tough if you're talking that conference bet, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously that's priced in, but
yeah, both South divisions are just in that weird spot where I think they're clearly the weakest link of both divisions. And to your point, I think the best thing that the Texans have going for them is the weakness of the other teams in their division. So we'll see how it shapes out.
And if you think about interesting teams to watch this year, I'm very interested for sure in 3 of the 4 teams in the AFC South. Well, really 2. So Titans, obviously, I've already stated why. The Texans, because I think to Corey's point, they could be good. I'm leaning towards the side that they've overperformed, and Stroud being a Ohio State quarterback will not be good, as history tells. But we'll see. So I think those are 2 very interesting. The Colts, if Anthony Richardson gets a shot, I think that, had he started the season, they were the most intriguing team coming into the season. So if Anthony Richardson gets a start soon, then you have the Colts to the mix. And I think the Jaguars are undercover interesting. I think they've been interesting every year since Trevor Lawrence has been in the league. So at what point do we say, okay, he is a, mid-tier quarterback? It's no longer interesting. We don't know. But I think he's got this year and next season to kind of prove what he's got.
I completely agree with you. And this is where I love what we're doing, where we're kind of bridging the gap between fantasy and actual NFL, because I think CJ Stroud, for example, is a fantastic NFL quarterback. I think he's already proven that, and that's where we're going to get the return to the mean. I think the lack of fantasy production has turned people off of Houston a little bit. And rightfully so. I don't, to your guys' point, I don't know if the offense is going to be the highest power that it ever was when they first came on the scene with Stroud. But I think it's going to be really fun to watch.
All right. Good stuff. Stefan, you got another one for us?
Oh, well, for a betting edge, I'm a little intrigued at this whole kickoff change. You heard?
I have heard. They now they get the ball at the 35 instead of the 30, right? On a touchback.
Yep. And I'm sorry. I should use better words here.
You got this.
It involves kicking. A field goal. I'm excited about field goal. Yeah, sorry.
So a change in rule with the field goal, is that what you said? Or
a change in rule, yeah. So did you know that last season, and I didn't know this till recently, a kicker got the ball right before game. And so they got this ball, and it's their ball to use to kick the field goals. It's not like they go in and the ref throws them a ball and then they kick the field goal without like having any experience with the ball, right? The ball that they bring over is the ball that they use to kick. I didn't know that at all. They have changed the rule to where the kicker gets the ball like a week before. Like a long period of time. And you're starting to see a little bit of changing in the success rate of field goals. So I'm just curious, like one kicker likes to add a little scuff on one side to maybe counteract some of the spin. I don't know. I don't kick field goals, but I'm just a little.
You have kicked field goals though.
Yeah, it's really hard, and I'm not athletic. So, I'm a little intrigued that there's a little something there that maybe can take advantage at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, it's interesting. But I do have to refute something. The athletic comment. You are a multiple marathon runner, sir. You
That's
are
true.
an athletic
You
individual. Also a near professional bowler. So
Yep.
got to give you a couple accolades.
And a golf
Continue.
amateur. Or
Yeah,
I
that's
should
right.
say
Amateur.
a near
Amateur.
golf amateur.
Right.
What's a near amateur?
Well, Corey said you were a
Amateur
near
adjacent.
you were a near pro bowler, so I said you were a near amateur golfer.
I'm only near amateur when I'm around Corey.
Would you say you're
I'm
novice
definitely
or
A
beginner?
few step below novice, but doesn't mean I'm good at golf. I'm still really bad at golf. I'll beat most people who play for the first time. Most.
All right, so question about this ball. All right, so the kickers,
Yeah.
they can do whatever they want with it for a week. We presume it probably stays at the facility, right? And the trainers or the coaches are doing certain things to it, possibly the kicker too, right? But they know what the kicker needs the ball to do. They probably have some, sports scientists in there that know what to do with the ball as well. But let's just pretend in a world that the kicker takes it home. They have no one else to help them. Like, that's a rule. It has to be within the kicker's possession for the entire week before the game. And you guys are a kicker. So outside of the scientific brushing of the ball, what else might you do with the ball the week leading up? Would you
Maybe sleep with it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Make a bond with it, right? You got to bond with
I think so.
Yeah.
Like baseball players are very ritualistic. Some football players are too. Like, are you a ritual guy? Like, I feel like I would do something weird.
We'd have something weird. Yeah. I don't know what that is.
I don't know either. I think like you would accidentally do something with the ball and then you would kick a great field goal and you would do that the rest of your career.
Yes. 100%. Yeah. Until you started sucking at that.
I think
with
I
that,
would just carry it around
yeah.
the house, flipping it around at first, right? And then I would find myself doing something strange with it. And if I had a good game, that happens.
And then you talk to the scientists, they're like, what are you doing?
Don't talk to the ball. No, you cannot
Sir.
sleep with the ball.
Sir, you can't
What?
do that.
Is this foreign bodily fluid on the ball? So nothing. Stefan, you said you'd poop.
I mean, yeah. What can you possibly? I don't. This brings in rules. I feel like as well of like, aren't these balls inspected before the game as well? Like, what is okay to actually
Inflating
do?
it a little bit. I don't know. Yeah.
They probably weigh it.
Sure.
Right? It has
Yeah.
to be.
That makes
so
sense.
many, whatever. But every time I watch a field goal kick, though, I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck did this kicker do to that ball?"
I mean, we already saw a 70-yard field goal this offseason.
They're
This
filling it with
preseason?
helium.
Yeah.
Got him.
I bet the league deflates them and reinflates them, right? When they arrive at the game.
That
Then what's the point of
that?
having
Makes
it?
sense.
Yeah. Well, well,
Well, you
because
can-
the
yeah.
surface. You can mess with the
guess.
surface. Yeah. I don't know. We need to
Interesting.
look into this more.
Yeah.
We should. Yeah.
Yeah. But Stefan, you said something that I am excited about, and that's that kickers are now kicking longer field goals. And it's a story. You guys know the story about the mile, the Bannister guy, right? He was the first one to run the sub 4-minute
okay.
mile.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like hundreds of people across the world did it within the next year. So it's like
Yep.
showing what is humanly possible. I think that's happening with field goal kicks because we're seeing in practice of these preseason games, all of these kickers hitting like 75-yard bombs. It's crazy. And Stefan, you made a great point this offseason. Like, this is going to introduce variance to the game. So explain that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, anytime you have more success rate on that, right? Do you think it'll introduce more variance?
Yeah. So I think you defined it differently, but if you can kick from further away, that's obviously more points for the offense. But if you miss,
Yeah.
the other
that's
team has a
true.
short field. So
Yep.
variance in making a field goal introduces higher scoring.
That's true. And we should talk about the kickoff changes too, because I think that's another area that we're going to see some variance, right? Now that they're starting on the 35, if you do fair catch, right, there's more incentive to place that kick and have you return it, right? And that increases variance.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see how this season shapes up. I think Vegas really has their work cut ahead, and anytime you have increased variance, you have increased opportunity to win some money.
I like it. All right. So let's stop talking about nerdy stuff for a minute and talk about some different, also nerdy stuff. So this
Yes.
season, our plan is to go live for every Thursday night football game.
Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna
Live
be
on YouTube.
awesome.
It is going to be fun. One thing I want to show is something that we'll do on Thursdays. All right. We're calling this
Every Thursday?
We'll see. We're calling this the fourth spot. We got some NFL cards here. We'll have some NFL memorabilia for you too. But we want to rip some of these live. Let me show you what I got.
Okay.
So we just got some cheap retail packs here, right?
I will say I'm pretty
fun.
jealous because when I go to my local Target, they're sold out almost always.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cannot get them.
So I live in a town where there's not an NFL team. So there's always football cards. So we got 24 cards per box here. We won't get anything good out of this, but boring game. It's a fun time killer. This will be fun.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So there's only 30 cards in here, but this is the 2020 draft. So we got rookies, Tua, Burrow, Herbert.
Dude, you get that at Target too?
No.
I was
This
going to
was
say that.
a little more expensive.
Yeah.
You could have bought that in Target in 2020 for very cheap. And then this last one. This is a single card in here. A very good card. So we'll open this and it'll just be one card, probably in a slab.
Nice.
That's cool.
Hopefully rated a 10. Hopefully a rookie card. Hopefully
That sounds
a quarterback.
expensive.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So we'll do that this season on Thursday Live. That'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, you're not gonna open one up right now? Okay.
No
tease,
no
man.
chance,
Such
man.
a tease.
If you Venmo me some money, I'll do it right now. Steph. I'm just trying.
Okay,
Someone's
How
like,
much
I
would you-
think
I will do it.
How much will you give me for a Brees Hall card?
Tough conversation this season.
It's a tough one.
So these are just cards. Cards are fun, but I think I'll also do jerseys and signed footballs this year. So this guy in the middle here, you can buy that, but instead of a card, you could get a signed ball or a signed jersey. And I think, Stefan, you're going to open some NFTs this year, right?
Yes. I
Stefan's like,
scoping
absolutely.
some out. I might spend more money than I'm comfortable with tomorrow on some digital cards.
All right.
We'll see.
And this will never be the focus of the show. It's just a fun thing we'll do on the side. So
what if
there
it
you go.
turns into like the main focus?
Yeah.
Corey's like, I'm out.
Yeah. No thanks.
We see our users spike during this section and just
Yeah.
drop.
Yeah. All
I'll
right.
get a beer.
So, yeah, nerdiness all around. All right. Something I'm excited for this season. Coin flip data. So last season, I tracked what coaches did when they won the coin toss.
Oh, I do like this. Okay.
Yeah. And I found some really, really great opportunities last year. One game was very profitable. It worked out just as I expected. It's something that the data isn't easily accessible. It's a lot of manual work. And if you find the right matchup, you can pick off some really great lines, specifically with team to score first, team to score first field goal, team to score first touchdown, etc. So I think one of my favorite things coming into this season is just using last season's coin flip data and continuing to monitor this year. I think we can make some money.
I'd be really curious on some of these new coaches, like Pete Carroll. Like, it'd be interesting to see. He's got a robust history, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wonder if that's a little edge that we can take advantage of at the beginning.
I think there is, and I think a lot of people that do this manually only look at, oh, this is what they do on heads or tail, or they if they win the toss, they elect to receive 25% of the time. There's so much more to it. You got to look at situation. Are you playing a good team? Are you playing a bad team? Do you have your backup quarterback in, your starting quarterback? Like, coaches make different decisions depending on the situation. And I think that's where the markets are not taking those things into account.
Great.
Yeah, it's wild. It's amazing that not only can we track all this, but I know that you guys have all the data set up for, is this a bad team that they're playing? And so therefore they should do this.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And it's also a fun bet too, because they could still lose the toss, but then you've got some excitement like through the first quarter, sometimes into the second quarter, right?
Yeah.
All right, Corey, you got another one for us? Favorite thing for this season?
It's another team, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit bummed because every year my wife and I go to New Orleans. And so we're very passive New Orleans fans. When we're there, we're New Orleans fans. So I want to talk about them a little bit in their division, because I see this division being pretty juicy for the Saints. Everyone is sleeping on them. If you're looking at ESPN, they are ranked dead last to make, well, not to make the playoffs, but they're very low on the Super Bowl list, which I would agree with. They're not going to win the Super Bowl, but their total team wins is 5.5. The problem is obviously that their quarterback is either going to be Spencer Rattler or Tyler Shough. I'm going to be there again this year. I think it's an away game when I'm going to be there, unfortunately, but I still thought it honorary to bring them up and mention that I think this division, there's some stuff to chew on there. The Falcons, I don't have a ton of faith in being a really quality team. I would say the same about Carolina Panthers this year. Bryce Young definitely had a much better end of the season last year as compared to his historical data, but I think we've got to say that it's not going to be great, and they at least play them twice, and I could definitely see them taking those wins. This offense, other than at quarterback, is pretty good. I love what they do. They are very creative on the offensive side. Having Taysom Hill still on the team, I think, is huge. Rashid Shaheed had a breakout year. So there's some really entertaining pieces on this team that I don't know about you guys. I'm stoked to see.
Yeah, I don't know that I love that in a vacuum, but I see that they're 15-1 to win the division, and that I like a lot.
Yeah.
New head coach, lot of potential performing over expectation. So we'll see. Like, it's interesting because I think, you said it. They're projected dead last in the NFL, right? Or is it is Cleveland worse? Projected worse
For win total?
win total? Yeah.
Good
I've
question.
got Cleveland at 5.4. New Orleans at 5.77. But yeah,
yeah,
not great.
let me
I'm on a couple different sites, and Vegas Insider actually has their win total at 4.5.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
the Saints.
And
The
my
Saints,
numbers
yeah.
are a little stale. I think I put this together last week, but
I think you're okay. Cleveland is around the same.
Yeah.
would you
But they
bet
are they're plus.
New Orleans over Cleveland?
I would.
Without looking at the schedule, I mean,
AFC beats each other up every year, and it is a much more difficult division in the AFC North.
much more.
Much more difficult. Like,
I'd
not even
probably
close.
again though, the Browns, like, that's a high variance team too.
Yeah,
Honest
right?
question. Very high variance. Honest question. They named their starting quarterback, right? Joe Flacco, right?
Yeah.
Is he going to be a better quarterback than Spencer Rattler this year?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I think,
yeah.
It's a question.
So. It's a
question. I think it's a bit. Old Joe. I mean, how old is this guy now?
I mean, Joe is not going to be better. That's for sure.
Right?
better than last season? Or
Yeah.
Or
Spencer has to do very well to keep his job.
I would think Spencer will be better. So, I don't know. The more I think about it, it's a fair question. So, to bet fewest regular season wins, they're tied 4-1. You can bet the Saints 4-1. You can bet the Browns. I wouldn't bet either of them.
I would bet Miami.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
20-1, baby. 20-1.
Bad.
Yeah, Miami Dolphins to not make the playoffs is minus 225.
Yeah.
I feel like that's amazing.
That's pretty good. Yeah. In the AFC. But Dolphins have the least amount of wins, 20-1.
I like it.
Yeah.
Jets 9-1. Don't mind that.
Yeah.
All right. So Corey's on the Saints. I like the 15-1 division bet.
Yeah, it's a fun one. I feel like there are a lot of juicy bets on this because of the variance that the new head coach and everything else brings to the table.
You just don't know. Yeah.
You just don't know. But I doubt that it's going to be a 5.5 win team. I think we're going to get a little more.
And the thing that's so great about the NFL, like, we have these set in our mind takes on the season, right? And there's just so much variance. Injuries drive things, and you have a team that loses a couple key players, and next thing we know, these bad teams end up being really, really good.
Yeah.
Washington Commanders last year, you just
nobody expected it, and they were great.
All right, I'll give another one. What I'm excited about, one of my favorite things for this season is line shopping. So just having an
Yeah.
account at many sports books and shopping for the best price. It makes such a huge difference. Unbelievably
pretty
so
amazing.
sometimes, especially with
You guys-
futures.
Yeah, you guys definitely brought me into that light a bit, where even just from DK to FanDuel, you'll find variance in different things.
Oh yeah.
If you're only betting on one book now, just make it 2. If you're betting on 2, get to 4.
Yeah.
And if you haven't joined all the books in your state that are legal, of course, like Stefan will tell you how much money you can make just off of the promotions.
Oh,
You
yeah.
do it right, it's unbelievable. You just can build your bankroll so fast. So
You
join
sure
join sports books.
And look at what is it? BetStamp.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
love that app.
yeah, there's tons of odds aggregators that do this for you, so you don't have to log into every sports book and find the best line.
Yeah.
Some are live, some have a delay. If you're using none now, just use any of them. It'll be better than what you're doing today.
It'll be better.
Yeah, definitely.
Shopping lines makes a huge difference. Got to do it.
And if you look at smaller markets like props or non-major sports, you will find books that you can arbitrage on immediately. For example, one book may be offering plus 110 on one team, and another book may be offering plus 110 on the other team, and you can instantly lock in a profit.
Yep.
This happens.
I
Not
remember,
on NFL spreads. You will never ever find
No.
that, but
but like I remember shopping around on first scores, right? Going off your coin flip last season.
Mhm.
The variance was just ginormous between books.
Huge. Even if you, I think if you just took the best line in market, you'd probably have a good season betting on every
Yeah.
bet.
I think you're right. Yeah.
You'd certainly have a better season than you had last season if you didn't do it.
Yep.
All right, Stefan, you got another one?
Oh.
Or are those all your favorite things?
Wow, so many things.
right.
I am excited about, and this is a little generic, but I'm excited about the first 4 weeks of the NFL season because I think at least last year, and last year we really dived into setting our own lines, right? Trying to take into account injuries, overperformance, underperformance, looking at offense and defense, and trying to set what we thought were the fair values from a power rating for each team. And we had a wild amount of success the beginning of the season. Now it tapered off. Not that it was bad at the end of the season. It was just harder to hone in and find an edge. But the edge was massive at the beginning of the season.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm excited that we've got an understanding of how to move these lines and set these power ratings. I'm just curious to see what this leads the first 4 weeks of this season.
I think it makes it way more interesting making bets, being more educated. I mean, these power rankings make things so much easier, whether you're betting on offense, defense, or whatever you're doing. I love that. That's a great call.
Yeah, that was a really nice run to start the season last year.
Oh yeah.
Oof, I was up a lot of units. Now I started out with a fairly low unit set price, but I quickly doubled that, and I think I moved it up to 2.5 times my original unit. So, and that's where I'll be starting this season, and let's hope it works out.
Awesome. Yeah, I am very excited to see what your model does this year. I'm excited to rip some of these pack sitting over here to my left.
Just do one right
No,
now.
I'm not going to do one tonight. Everyone's
I've
got
got
to tune
another-
in Thursday nights. All right, Corey, let's hear it.
Yeah, I got another thing, and it's fairly generic, but I'm pumped to start going to games again. I feel like
Oh,
I
yeah.
had quite a bit of a drought last year, and I don't know if you guys have ever used Game Time or any of those other apps to buy tickets. I very much am going to wait for the. I'm not a season ticket holder, obviously, right now. I'm going to wait till the last minute to buy a ticket because people
Yeah.
are just going to realize, like, oh, yeah, nobody's buying it. Grab it. If I get one, great. If I don't, definitely going to try to be a bit more social this year, going to a couple bars and watching games and stuff. So
Yeah.
just the viewing experience is going to be amazing.
That's a
Let's
move.
do it October 16th. It's a Thursday. It's a whiteout game, Cincinnati. Also happens to be my birthday.
Hey, happy
Oh.
birthday, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It is the whiteout game. Did you say who they were playing? I'm sorry.
I didn't. And is it the Steelers? I don't exactly know.
It's funny because when I asked that, I was like, I think he might have said the Steelers, but I'm not sure.
It is the Steelers. Very good.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
That's going to be amazing.
So my football trip this year is in Kansas City.
Oh,
Week
Long drive.
4, Sunday afternoon, against probably the best team in the AFC. Ravens.
Oh, that's going to be fantastic.
Awesome.
And Corey, we are using your strategy. We talked to some locals in Kansas City, and their advice was wait until game day to buy your tickets. And we're not comfortable with that. So I think we're going to buy a couple days before. But the ticket prices, we've been watching them all summer in lots of different cities. And they've gone up and they peaked. We think they're peaking right now.
Here would be my suggestion.
Okay.
If you would like to take it.
I would.
Get some cheap tickets that you would be okay with, nothing special. And then 2 hours before the game, start monitoring because those club seats and special ones that people aren't going to make it to, they're going to start dropping.
I will take your recommendation just as friends. But that is a great idea.
Yeah. Just came up with it.
Did you really? I was like, oh, this is what Corey does for Saints games. Like, no, so that's the problem. The nosebleed seats even are like more expensive than we usually spend on this trip. So.
Oh, really? Wow.
Well, our initial plan this year was to go to opening night, which is Eagles Thursday, September 4th versus the Cowboys, and nosebleeds were $600.
Whoa! Are you serious?
And I said, you guys should do that. I'm not going. I will come to Philadelphia and sit out at the tailgate.
Wow.
600 for nosebleeds.
That's massive.
God.
This was, I think we switched from Philly to KC, I don't know, about a month ago. So this was, almost August.
Yeah.
$600. But it is also the opening game of the NFL season. Banner raising.
Yeah, that's a bit steep.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Stefan's like, my season tickets were like not much.
Season tickets.
They're pretty expensive, weren't they?
Yeah.
That Club area.
Club.
All right, boys. Well, this was a fun first video episode, first episode of 2025. We're planning on going live the first Thursday, right? September 4th.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Yes. I realize I will not be there.
You'll be gone the next weekend, sir.
I will be gone that
both
night.
Thursdays. So me and Corey will see you on Thursday, September 4th. Perhaps we'll bring in a guest for the third spot. Maybe Dan McGrail. I don't know.
Oh,
we know the fourth spot here is occupied by our amazing boxes here. But this spot, we may need a guest. I don't know. The 5 spot,
Yeah.
I'll be there, Zach. Can't wait.
All right. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.
Later.
Yeah.